Hi there, this is Trisha Schufelt, author and artist behind the Everglow Divination System. And I'm just doing a quick little video today to kind of introduce you to the system. I've posted a couple other videos on YouTube doing just an unboxing and kind of introduction to it and inspiration behind it. But I thought I'd show it to you in action, just so you can get an idea of really how easy this system is. It incorporates elements of tarot, oracle, numerology, animal symbolism, astrology. However, you don't need to be completely fluent in any of these things to utilize this system. What I've done is I've kind of incorporated the things that I feel are most important and put them in here, and what I hope to be will be an easy to use deck that you can enjoy and use it to read for other people or just for yourself. And there's lots of different things you can do with it. So I won't go through, the aspects of the box and the book and all that. I've already done that in other videos, but it is beautiful. I'm very pleased with how it came out. So this is the book. It's nice and chunky. It's got lots of information in here on about the cards, the inspiration behind the cards, and just basically how it's broken down. Now, like I said, it does incorporate aspects of tarot. There are, what makes it similar to tarot is there are 78 cards. There is a major arcana and there is a minor arcana, just like in the Rider-Waite-Smith. However, instead of, your cards starting out with the Fool, and then, it's saying the Fool and going, and that would be through the major arcana. What I've done is I've added the number, because numerology is very, very important in tarot. It's one of the easiest ways to learn tarot. So I've added the number to what I consider to be the major arcana cards. And then at the bottom, there are two key words, and one on one side, one on the other side, separated. So that basically means that you can read the card in an upright or a reverse position if you wish, just like you would in tarot. And what makes this nice is if you just want to read it as an oracle card, you can do that as well. So that's kind of cool. Now, as I mentioned, numerology is one of the easiest ways that you can learn how you can learn about tarot. And I do have a section in here on that, if I can find it. Maybe I should just go to the table of contents like I should. Okay, let's see. Okay, well, it goes into a brief overview of tarot, arcana comparisons, animal symbolism, the Everglow arcana images and interpretations, the Everglow court system. So there are court cards, just like you would have in tarot, the elementals. And the elementals are basically earth, air, fire, water, which you have in your suits. In your suits in tarot, you have cups and swords and wands and pentacles. Cups obviously representing water, wands representing fire, swords representing thought or air, and pentacles representing earth. So I've broken that down for you. So there are minor cards, and the minor cards basically are the things that I felt stood out the most in the minor arcana of tarot, and I created cards for that. There are Everglow houses, which are basically your astrology houses, your first house through your 12th house. And again, you don't have to be completely fluent in astrology to understand this. The Everglow numbers and suit comparisons. So let's go there, because that's what I was really kind of looking for here. And so I do suggest that you read over the book because it really is helpful. The guidebook is very helpful in explaining the system, and it's not hard at all to learn. Numbers, numbers. You see them everywhere. Okay. One of the best books I have ever read on the subject of numerology is Numerology Key to the Tarot by Sandor Conrad. It connects, in it, he connects numerology with tarot, which is the best way to learn the tarot, as I said, in my opinion. He goes into further detail about how numbers relate to astrology, personality, and just about anything you can think of in his book. He explains that the first 9 numbers are root numbers, which incorporate all the numbers in the world. Compound numbers, which when broken down to single digit, become root numbers. This is important because each root number is rich in symbolism. So the Everglow, the Everglow deck, while it is traditionally not part of Tarot's minor arcana and appears as, did I read that right? Hold on. The Everglow deck, while it is traditionally not part of Tarot's minor arcana and appears as the full card only in the major arcana, I felt 0 needed to be a bigger role. Okay, so what I mean by that, if you're scratching your head going, what does she mean by that? Okay, so here are the numerology cards, okay? And they're all mixed up here, but here's 0, cycles, potentiality, freedom. In Tarot, all ones, no matter what suit you're talking about, whether you're talking about cups, swords, wands, pentacles, doesn't matter. All ones basically represent the seeds, okay? The confidence it takes to move forward, the alchemy, basically, the ideas, the passion, if you will, that comes forth, the enterprise, the new ventures, the energy, the opportunity, the potential, and the possibilities, okay? So if you were to look at any traditional card, okay, for Rider-Waite-Smith, you would see, and I want to see actually, do I even have, they're probably all mixed up, I'm sure. I couldn't get lucky, and because I'm just literally thinking of this on the fly, right? Those cards, those ones, okay, so here's the Magician. Now that's a major arcana card, okay? But the Magician is the alchemist, okay? The Magician is the one who puts forth, you know, the energy into something and makes it become something, all right? So I want to see if I can find all the ones very quickly for you here. I didn't even think to do this beforehand, so I apologize. But I knew I was just going to kind of sit down and just go over this. Okay, so aces. That's essentially what they are. It's the aces. So there's your Ace of Pentacles, your Ace of Wands, your Ace of Cups. Okay. And I'm sure the swords are somewhere in here, but I'm just like not, I probably just passed it. Oh, well. Okay. So, but you get the gist of it. The ones are the things that basically, there's the seeds planted, and from that you move into the twos. Okay. So, when you're doing an Everglow, draw, basically, you're going to take these cards, these numerology cards, and you're going to kind of shuffle them up, mix them up, and then you're going to just draw one, okay? So this is going to be number 10. Now, number 10 in the major arcana talks about completion, closure, release, endings, beginnings, because when something ends, something begins. Finality, burdens lifted, success, rebirth, okay? So in any 10 card for traditional tarot, this is what the 10s represent, okay? So, but how does this apply? You might be asking. Like, I don't get it. How does it apply to, you know, these, say these cards right here, these beautiful, if I must say so myself, illustrated cards. How does this apply? Well, for example, if you were going to pull some cards for yourself, first of all, what I've done here is I've given you a little helpful hint card. Like, what do I need to know about? Like, if you're not sure about something, this card is a great way to start off. You know, what do I need to know about X? Okay, and you have that card. Now you can basically, you have your suit cards here, which I said, emotions are cups, security is our pentacles, and it fully explains what those represent. Action is our wands. I go into that in the book. And our thoughts are swords. I'm going to turn these around so you can see it. Okay? Okay. So, you might go, all right, what I need to know about the, say, the emotions around this situation. Like, how do I feel about this? How do I truly feel? What's going on beneath the subconscious? Okay, so let's do a bigger picture, if you will. Okay, so I'm going to draw a card. I'm going to take this one because it's kind of sticking out here. All right, so there's confusion. And actually, this came out. I'm gonna take it because it came out reverse. Okay, so maybe there's some order needed with my emotions. Maybe there's something around that I need to look at. So we look at emotions and it says feelings, relationships, artistic endeavors, imagination, intuition, self-love, others' needs. The element is water, the season is summer, the time frame is months. So this could be something I'm processing through a series of months. Signs that are represented by the water signs, okay? Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. So that could be, perhaps that's me, or it could be someone around me who is a Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer person. The personality types, the person, they tend to be artistic and nurturing. The negative traits could be overly emotional, fearful, or needy. Okay, so I didn't ask myself a question here, but it came out in reverse, and you could look up the octopus, because I talk about the animal symbolism here about octopus. And you could look that up, you know, online. You could look it up in the Everglow book. But I do talk about kind of what the octopus represents. And if you just look at the picture, you might go, well, he's got all these arms and they can kind of go in different directions, okay? But the octopus, which could, you know, you could look at that as confusion, okay? And I need to bring order to something. Maybe my emotions are just all out of whack and confused, and I need to bring some sense of order back for myself. That could be. You could look at it like octopuses are very good at adapting to their environment. So maybe I need to find ways to adapt to the particular situation. But, you know, it really depends on the questions that are asked. Okay, so let's look at security here. What comes out for security? All right, so we're just going to take this card. All right, and this one is hope and despair, okay? So security represents our pentacles, okay? So it's sex, ego, work, health, finances, foundation, structure, basic needs, tangible items, physical world. It's an earth element. The season represented is winter. The time frame is a season to a year. This is the longest time frame, okay? So perhaps if it has to deal with money, maybe it's my emotions around money. Maybe there's hope here. Maybe I need to, you know, take charge of things and put things in order, or, you know, look at my security. So there's that here with that. Okay, then we could pull one for action. Okay, I'll just randomly pull one. All right, so this one says compare and contrast. So our action could be, it's our primal energy, our motivation, our creativity, our enthusiasm, our excitement. The element is fire, that would be wands. The season is spring. The time frame is days. So this is fast moving energy here. Okay, fast moving energy. So it's primal energy. It's could have to do with our career, our creativity, all that kind of type of things. The signs are Aries, Leo, Sag. You could be like that kind of person around you, possibly. You don't have to, I mean, this is like an Everglow spread. This is doing a card for each one. If you wanted to just say, find out just your emotions around a situation, you could literally just take the emotions card, pull it out of the pack of the cards, and then draw an image card to go with it, and look up the animal symbolism behind it. Maybe journal a little bit about it. Then say you could pull a numerology card and see what's happening with that. For example, I had pulled the 10. So maybe my burdens where this is concerned are going to be ending, and things are going to turn around, and I'll find some closure where this emotional situation is concerned. And then, I might do the same for this. And for example, say it's security. I'm setting up new beginnings where that I'm planting seed. The suggestion is to plant seeds. Maybe it's invest my money in certain places, or maybe a new fresh start at looking at something where my finances or health is concerned, because Pentacles also represent our health. So action. We've got our little compare and contrast guy here, which is a platypus. And as we know, platypuses are very unique. So maybe it might be like to take a unique approach to something, to put myself out there, not be afraid of who I am or what I can bring to the table. So there could be that around it. And I might pull a numerology. Whoops, okay, we'll take it. 7. We might look at how that fits in with this. Like, for example, 7s typically, like 5s, tend to be a little bit of, what do you call it? Well, they can be confrontational, but challenging is what I'm looking for. Challenging. So, but they really are meant, 7s are really meant to grow you and change you. So here's choice, and self-discovery, and a turning point, authenticity. Like this little guy, he's being pretty authentic with himself, right? So that may be the case here. Again, it all depends on the question that you're asking. Thoughts, you may pull something with that. And we have 4. 4, it's foundation. So maybe say this spread has to do with, just say, money, finding a new job. Okay, let's just say it has to do that with that. All right, so I might look at my thoughts here, and my thoughts around money. How do I feel about my foundations? How do I feel about my security? Maybe, or how do, actually not how do I feel, but how do I think? How do I view my security and my foundations? And do I think I'm in control of this situation? Do I think I need to maybe add some organization? But there's like all these little keywords to kind of help you out and spark some thought and journaling in this. You could also, and I know I didn't pull a little picture card, but let's do that. I will pull a picture card. Let's just take this one on top, and here we go, balance. Perfect. So maybe there's some balance that's needed to the situation. Okay. And I need to look at that. I need to bring things into balance. You could do, quite literally, you could do a past, present, and future spread. Okay. Pull 3 cards from your images here and get a present card. All right. This is the 6. So that's in the major arcana. This represents the Lover's card. This could have something to do with partnership, and is it in alignment? what's going on, and this could be the present. Typically you do the past first, then the present, then the future, sorry. So, you know, you might be looking at that. You can pull these. You don't literally have to do this all at one time, okay? You could go, I'm just gonna do a past, present, and future spread and pull some cards and pull, say, some picture cards and some number cards. And then I might go and shuffle up my house cards, okay? So like, if we take these and we just, I'm gonna, actually, I'm gonna put these away because I know this is a lot here to take in. And I don't want it to be confusing to you because really, it's not. It's really quite simple. And there's so many different ways that you can use this deck. You can use it as an oracle deck. Like literally, you don't even have to use the, you don't need to use the, I'm getting them all mixed up here. You don't need to use the house numbers or the numerology or any of that. If you didn't want to, you could literally just, you know, pull a card each day from, say, your pictures. And today you pulled the Magician, or which is equivalent to the Magician here. So maybe this might be a day to manifest your ideas and put them in your thoughts into action, okay? But say you wanted to do a past, present, future spread, okay? So you might do that and say, okay, I want to get a little deeper, okay? Let's do a past, present, future. And so I might pull some cards, okay? And say it has to do with, let's just say money, okay? Because everybody can relate to money in some way, shape, or form. All right, so I'm just gonna turn these all over so you can see them upright. Okay, and then you pull another card. All right, in the future here. Okay, so under the past, we have a card that says discipline and time. Okay, so we would look at these key words here, okay, and see, it says influences from the past maybe include the following: your DNA, pain, bias, fear, choices, teachers, on and on and on, okay? So you may be looking at, say, money and go, okay, well, how do I feel about this, okay? Do I feel like it takes discipline? Do I feel like it takes time? The present, there's hope, okay? There's hope here in the present situation. And then again, it's gonna ask you, how to determine if you are being present. Questions to ask yourself. Future, the future. Are you healing any, say, some imprints or old wounds around money? Okay, so you could do that. You could pull your cards here, your suit card. Excuse me, your suit cards here. Say, what does this have to do with, say, the past? Okay, and you just pull a random card, and it says, my thoughts. My thoughts around money and the past. Maybe it has to do with your parents and how your parents handled money and imprints where that's concerned, okay? So then you want to pull another card. Yeah, actually, you could put this one back in here, okay? You could put it right back in if you wanted to, or you could leave it out. Whatever you feel like doing, okay? Present situation, I'm gonna pull a card. Oh, my present situation. I'm kind of worried about my security. I'm worried about my finances. I'm hoping things are gonna improve, okay? So here's more information on that. Future, what's happening with the future? I'm gonna throw this one back in, why not? Throw it back in, and future, here we go, security, again. So what, there's healing here. Maybe you're healing some of the wounds of the past, some imprints of the past, and you're making some changes where that's concerned. Okay. So you get what I'm talking about where this is concerned? Then you could pull like a number card for the past. What does it represent to me in numerology terms? Okay. The number 4, my foundations. Okay. My security, my foundations. You know, think if your foundations are like, those are set when you're a child. Those are set when you're young, okay? So really especially where money's concerned, it can really influence those things. Okay, let's pull another number. So for present, what's going on presently for me where money is concerned? Okay, 10. Okay, maybe there's some closure I need where this is concerned. Maybe I'm ending a job, I'm starting a new job. Maybe that's the focus. It's like I'm doing something, but I'm not real happy about it, and I want to maybe get another job. So this is telling me things are completing. Maybe that's a good idea for me. All right. How about the future? Let's pull a numerology card for the future. Again, you could throw these back in if you wanted to do that. 7, because the thing is, if that card came up again, say this one came up for here, then that I would say this is really emphasizing something that's ending for you. Okay. 7, the future. This is about our choices. Okay. The choices we make influence the future. Okay. This is turning point moments. Us stepping into our authenticity. Okay. Healing maybe some of those wounds of the past and becoming who we need to be. Okay. So this is just an example. Now, you could also pull from your astrology cards here. Okay. I'm going to pull one for the past. Okay. 4th house. Look at this. We were talking about 4s here. 4th house. Foundations. Home. Family. Security. Roots. Okay. Father figures. Foundations. What was I talking about? Family imprinting. Okay. All affected from the past. How about the present where money's concerned? This is pretty accurate, you know, when you think about it. 7th house. Okay. So partnerships, marriage, friends, shared goals, agreements, contracts. Okay. So competition. Maybe this, again, if we were talking about jobs, switching jobs, I could be thinking about that 7th house kind of stuff. Okay. Here we go. Another 7 over here. See how the present bleeds into the future? All right, let's pull another one for the future here. And we get, ooh, the 12th house, secrets, subconscious mind, mysticism, which goes really well with this card, don't you think? So your inner calling, your higher purpose here, your future. See how this all comes together? It's really quite simple. I was getting all excited. It's really quite simple. It seems complicated when you pull out the cards and you think, oh, how am I going to use this? It's really, really quite simple. And again, this is just a past, present, future spread using all the cards. But again, you could just do today. I'm just going to pull my astrology house. You know, you could do a past, present, future and just do your astrology house. If you didn't want, you could just do numerology, a numerology card for the day. Maybe you want to just do an image card and a numerology card for the day. You can do that. Maybe you don't want to get into the numbers and you don't want to get into the past, present, in the future. And I also forgot. Here we have actions, emotions, thoughts, and security. You could have put that on for your past, present, future. Really quite simple. There's so many variations. But again, you could just do, how is this affecting my security? How is this affecting my emotions? How is this affecting my thoughts? How we started out. And then we pulled an image card. Okay. And then you could pull a number card. And then you could pull, you know, a house card if you wanted, okay? And read it like that. And then you could set up your past, present, future if you wanted to do that, okay? Really, there's so many different things and variations that you could do with this, and it's fun, okay? It's a lot of fun. It's not, believe me, it's not complicated. It doesn't have to be, because all of your, basically the hints are right there on the cards for you, okay? And like I said, just look over the book. It goes into great detail about the numbers. It goes into animal symbolism. It goes into the different houses. Like, for example, we were talking about 4th house, okay? The 4th house, like the 4 in numerology, is about home. Think of it like foundation, table legs, 4 legs, makes a sturdy table. This is where we build our sense of security, which typically begins in the home. But home is what we make of it. It is where we exist within our own skin. It is the place where we tap into our emotional security or lack thereof. As I always say, think of the legs of a table, okay? And I just said that. If you cut one of those legs off, the table will likely fall over. This is where we work on the repair our sense of security by examining our inner foundations. Hence, you may be examining your roots, ancestry, family values, early imprints, just all those things that I was just talking about. There's a question to ask yourself in here about that. So, like I said, lots of really great things that you can do with this deck. It's endless. It really is endless. And for example, say you pull an element card in one of your picture cards, and you're like, well, we have elements over here. We have the, you know, the emotion, security, thoughts. Well, how does this play? All right, this may be, there may be a person around you, okay, an air sign person, a Libra, a Gemini, I'm trying to think of the other air sign, Aquarius, I believe, who maybe it's you. Maybe it embodies, maybe you're embodying qualities of an air sign person. Maybe you're coming into it with a lot of thought or discernment around the subject. Or again, there could be somebody that's influencing you, okay? So that's how that, again, fire, you know, a wands type person, okay? So how about like a king? Say a king comes up, or a queen, because they're in the deck as well. I'm trying to find one here. I know there's a king or a queen in here. And it doesn't have to be gender specific, just like in tarot, they're not gender specific. There's my king. But kings are the foundation builders, okay? They're the leaders. So say you pull a card and you're asking about job security or money or anything like that, and you get a king card. This could represent your leadership role, your ability to step into your own power, okay, to manifest. Kings take charge. They're the leaders. They tell people what to do. So this could be you here, all right? It could be somebody around you. I mean, if you're asking, you know, about, say, a father figure or a boss, okay? But I go into all that in the book. So again, for those of you who are really familiar with tarot, you can see the parallels here, okay? I'm sure it's quite easy to see those parallels. But again, there's so many different ways that you can utilize the system, and I hope you will. It is unique, but it is not anything to be feared, okay? It's really something that I think you will enjoy and find hours of enjoyment in, actually, because there's so much you can do. There's so many different things that you can do with the Everglow Divination System. So I hope you will purchase the deck and let me know your thoughts. It's gotten some really nice reviews on Amazon, and it also has had some great unboxing on YouTube, which I am so incredibly grateful to those people who have done that. Thank you so much. And if you have purchased the Everglow, please let me know what you think. And please, if possible, leave a review, because those are so helpful. It helps the deck get noticed, and other people can enjoy it too. So again, thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. I really, truly hope you enjoy this system. Take care.